morning, ladies and gentlemen, or in Germany we have a saying, I think I'm one of the few things that is standing between you and Fehr, so I will hope to keep this short and briefly. I prepared the presentation in Bavaria and thought this is really fine to present our science system to experts of this science system. And now we're traveling through India, and my knowledge base is disrupting every day. Every day I learn something so new, so different, that I put after 2 drinks at the bar, I sat in the evening at the night and changed the presentation a little bit. Fortunately, my introduction had not to be changed because, as the Nobel Prize laureate from India, C.V. Raman said, the joy of scientific discovery comes not from finding answers, and I cannot present all the answers, but from asking the right questions. And so I take you on a tour of some of the questions, and I hope that they are the right ones to ask. So the first question was, how can I contribute? I'm not a tech guy, I'm a social scientist. I started in the military for 10 years. I was an officer in the army, then I switched to science management. And how can I contribute as an individual, or as a representative of my organizations, or as a human being on the planet? And yeah, I think I got to start with something that is the title of the conference, and it's going about sustainable cities. And I think when you travel the world a little bit, you come along to the conclusion that sustainability is not a concept that is culturally equal. So we have to find a basis what we're talking about. And I think we have to get back to that, what we have. This is the UN definition of the Agenda 2030, which was adopted, or we are adopting right now, but there's not much time left. There's so much to do, and today, the topic of the conference is sustainable cities, and for me, really important, and communities. It's not about infrastructure and stuff in the physical world. We're human beings, we have to interact the community side, and technology has to serve communities, and not the other way. But again, what can I contribute? I'm the guy from this G4, the quality education part. So the question for me is, how does quality education interact with sustainable cities and communities, and vice versa? This is, I think, the question I want to get deep into. You said Bangalore, Karnataka are aces, so let's put an ace to an ace. I hope I can show you some numbers that prove that. You see from the right side, generally we're doing well in GDP and GDP per capita. I think what Germany is really proud of, and Bavaria especially, is that we put a lot of our GDP, like more than 3%, and for Bavaria 3.6% into research and development. And there was a cultural or anthropologist, a philosopher, who said, we human beings are biologically lacking beings. We have no claws to fight, no fur to warm us, no instincts to escape predators, but we overcame this to use our intellect to form our world. And when you look at Germany, you can put the metaphor on the state level. We have no oil, no gas, almost no natural resources. We destroyed the world twice and destroyed ourselves too after World War II. So we have overcome as a state the lack of having these things by something else, and we started to invest in talent, in intellect. So we earned our wealth and our place in the world by creativity, innovation, and we have to earn that every day. And Bavaria is trying to do that, and we're performing well, always a little bit better than the national state. So Bavaria is the ace of Germany, maybe not ace of Europe. So let's put an ace to an ace, and then we have better cards on the table and can win it together. So let's get into what I'm representing. I'm not a state representative. Bavaria was mentioned by our Director General. We're working together closely. Universities have autonomy, so we have 3 kinds of universities, and I'm speaking for the left pillar here, the full research universities, but I will try to give you a full picture. Because we have universities of applied sciences and also universities of arts, which I'm not going to talk too much about today. And here are the maps. Where are we? It's complicated, but the main message is we are everywhere in Bavaria. We're talking so much about public accessible infrastructure, and we talked about Germany needs utility. I think what Bavaria does pretty well is we distributed accessible public intellectual learning, higher education infrastructure over the whole of Bavaria. These are just the full research universities, filling in universities of applied sciences and universities of arts, and you get the map that we are happy with. So higher education is highly accessible, inclusive, because it's free in Bavaria for everyone. It does not depend on the pockets, on the value of your parents or whatever. It depends on your talent, your individual talent, whether you can access or not to this public infrastructure. This is a real message you have to take with you. We have no other things. We have to put our things on that, and we did it over the last 80 years, and we have to still do that. We invent ourselves every day to get along. I always give those numbers to the students field and how many professors we have. This doesn't have to my message right now, but when you see in the subjects we are teaching, so the full spectrum universities with research, education, and transfer, we have all spectrum, also in humanities, which are always lost in tech discussions. There's a community factor. We have to understand those problems too, culture, society, we have to put those two. Of course, we have strong law and economy because we're famous for that, German engineering and computer science. And when you look at the universities, we offer all of that, additional to also the natural sciences, but what always lays the foundation for understanding the world. Only then you can put a layer of infrastructure or business ideas, models, and so on and so on. This is so that important. The universities of applied sciences, so the big wheel, yes, they put in two distinguished fields, and you see where the student numbers are. It's especially in law, economics, and social sciences and engineering. They're tackling the problems of the real world of our small and mid-sized companies. And we, universities, do that too, but sometimes you have to ask yourself whether it's a supermassive black hole in the center of the galaxy. It does not have a business model right now, but it's really important for the understanding of the world. And this is the German approach. We tackle from both sides, the big questions and also the real world problems in industry and society. So I'm happy that I didn't have to change that slide because the mission was the mission, and I have to hurry a little bit. We have to foster global engagement. We have to foster common understanding, because otherwise we will talk across each other. The solutions we apply here are totally maybe tackle challenges that don't exist, and maybe we think we have everything invented. We come to India and do it that way. It's not working. We have to talk, and that's why we're meeting here. So Bavarian universities perform pretty well in global rankings. This is the ACE message again. So most of the institutions, choose whatever ranking you want, perform in the top 1,000 globally. So it's a high value education infrastructure that's accessible through all of Bavaria. Of course, both the Technical University of Munich and the University of Munich are esteemed the best German universities located both in Munich and Bavaria, and they perform like in the best 50s globally. But the message is the overall university system, the University of Applied Sciences system, is recognized really positive on a high level. So to take your partners, we tackle the challenges you see too. Don't just hate just for few Munich or other you look where the subjects are, where the questions are, and tackle them there. The universities of applied sciences, like I said, combine this academic education with applied research and development, so they interact closely with small and mid-sized industry locally, and to take their questions to find real answers to real problems. And in this combination, I will skip that. I think we have a broad system. So why are we connected? So we, India and Bavaria, I looked it up because the girls in another hotel said, I had the thing on the right side, put it on. They said, oh, it's a nice Indian dress. It's not Indian. So I looked it up. Yeah, of course, we have, so even in the clothes sector, we have clothes that looks almost similar. But it must be an incident that thought, but then I looked it up, there's more. We love lions, yeah. India loves lions, the Bavarian state flag has lions. We drove through Bangalore, the statue of a great lion. When you look at the right downside, it's Munich. It's a great line, so the connection is there, it cannot be an incident. So we put a lot of effort into internationalization. We have 80% international students, but the message I want to put here is Indian students are the biggest group of non-German students in Bavaria. It's more than 8,500. And when you see at the growth rates, we came from like 40,000 international students to 75,000. And our prognosis say that we will have 100,000. I think we will fit a lot of Indians in, because what I'm showing you next is the growth rates of different countries. So our old friends in blue from Europe, they sent 3,000, they're still sending 3,000, this will continue. But look at the exponential curve of India. Yeah, you overarch China, and this won't stop. So the challenge is, how can we put like a quality growth with the student numbers, or these interactions? And this puts me a little bit to my vision here. I think we have to enhance research innovation cooperation through the high-tech agenda and other initiatives. We have to foster student exchange with quality-driven growth. So we are quality-driven. We want to keep that top-down. And I think there are a lot of problems, like 2+2, so bring to academic institutions from both sides, to industry partners, tackle real problems in the real world. And like I repeat what Christoph said, study and stay. Studying is free in Bavaria, so it would be good when at some point there is a contribution to our growth too, or study and stay connected and help our industry, the beer industry, to foster business models here and elsewhere in the world. And yeah, when the world is watching, where are we? And I think we have fantastic monuments. It's like Castle Neuschwanstein in Bavaria, and it's a Taj Mahal where we had the honor to be. And when you put it together, yeah, what comes out that is something like much more better. So it's the Taj Mahal Neuschwanstein. I don't know what to call it. It's what AI does of it when you ask it to mix both monuments. But when we do that, I think then education will bring the solution to sustainable cities and communities. And this is, I think, my main message. I hope that my short tour for asking questions to myself brought up some questions to you. That I hope that I won't be standing much longer between you and the debate, or someone else who's coming after me. Thank you very much.